welcome to my build. It looks like it's already built. There's no doubt about it. This is my dream car, the only car that has sentimental value to me. I've had it for 10 years. This is my first car. It looks super cool, and most people, this is kind of their idea of their build, like final stages. For me, I'm redoing the entire car. I wouldn't say the entire car. I'm redoing everything but paint. My buddy Chris Jackson, who has passed, painted this car, and I'm just gonna leave it midnight purple. I always said I wanted to do midnight purple and then change it up in the future, but since my buddy died, I'm gonna kind of keep it to where it's just midnight purple now. I'm gonna change up the wheels. This is what I wanted when I was 16. When I first got this car, I wanted it to look exactly how it looks today. I want it to be stanced out. I want it to have decent power. I did want it to be turboed, and it's not turboed. Other than that, it's basically exactly how I want it to be. But as I get older, practicality kicks in. Not saying you can't have a stance car, but I've driven a lot other cars, and what I want in a car is not really this anymore. I've got super stiff coils, I'm super low. I rub frame and my exhaust everywhere. Being the LS1 with the 1 7/8 headers or 3.5-inch collectors, I rub that everywhere. I go through V-band clamps like it's nothing. So I'm gonna change a lot. I'm gonna lift the car 1.5 to 2 inches, try to pull the camber out. I don't really get traction as it is. And it has like 5.5 degrees camber in the rear and 4 degrees camber in the front. I'm gonna try to get that to close to 0 as I can in the rear, and 2 degrees, 1 degree in the front. I'm gonna try to get to, I wanna put a tire in the back. Again, a long time ago, I had a 275 on the RPF ones. I think I'm gonna go a little different route this time, depending on what all I do. Through this build, it's going to be, hopefully I go through the suspension because these coilovers are way too stiff. They're powered by max, 12K up front, 10K in the rear, which is great for fitment because other than rubbing the pinch welds on the front from the 18s, it's not bad at all. It doesn't rub in the rear, never really has, always had decent fitment. So I'm gonna change it up to kind of more practicality. I'm going to try to do AC. When I say try to do, I have everything to do AC, but the main plan now is completely changed. I just got truck manifold exhaust manifolds from a 5.3, and I'm going to try to turbo this car. And when I say I'm going to try to turbo it, I mean I'm going to at this point. I'm not the greatest welder out there, but I'm gonna try it, and we're gonna see what kind of power we make. The goal is a conservative 650 to 700. I say that's the goal, but I know how I am. I start building things, and next thing you know, it's through the roof for no reason. But I'm gonna try to keep this as simple and reliable as I can. A lot of people put the turbo on the passenger side, but since I have my fuse box and my battery there, I'm going to try to put I'm going to put the turbo on the driver's side. We're gonna see how this plays out. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to relocate the battery, but I've seen some people that don't have to relocate the battery. They run a same-sided intercooler. But with the throttle body being a 102, I'm not entirely sure how big a piping I can actually run. I don't wanna choke down the turbo too much. But we'll see. I mean, anything over 500-600 horsepower in this car is absurd anyways. It probably makes around 400, 500 right now. It's just got 42, 43 heads. It's got a BTR stage 4 NA cam, and it's got a fast 102 intake manifold. Never dynoed it. Just kind of did a butt tune on it, and we went from there. But I guess follow the build on this. It should be a fun one. I'm probably not gonna post any videos until the build's almost done, just because I kind of like building things and not really secret, but I don't like posting about it until it's done, because at that point people are giving me suggestions, and then I'm kind of building it off to what I think that it should be built off of with their suggestions. And if I do it by myself, I pick exactly out what I want, and then I go from there. So follow along with this build, and I hope it makes decent power, and I hope I finish it. I'm pretty sure I will, but we're gonna start buying some things and mocking some things up and seeing what we can come up with. But we'll see how it goes.